Hello and welcome. Carrie here from Healing Humanity, the power of a proper human diet. And today I'm thankful, grateful, blessed to welcome Mr. Dante Ferrigno to the channel, and Adam, but mostly Dante. How's it going? How's it going, Dante?
It's going good, man. Yeah, I know you and Adam are like tied together all the time, aren't you? Even when you're not next to each other.
We're like a married couple at this
Seems
point.
so. Seems so.
In all seriousness, though, I really appreciate you coming on. I know you're very busy, and I know you're also very humble, but I got to give credit where due. I'm so thankful for you for sharing your story. I know I've mentioned this before, but it was one of the reasons I did carnivore. Like, I saw your story and I listened to your words, and it was very inspiring to me. You were suffering from many of the same things I was, and I had no trust for doctors. If I just came across a Dr. Barry video, I'd have been like, no, thank you. But I came across your video first, and it has truly set me on this path of incredible healing for myself, the ripple effect with my family doing this, and now this entire documentary. We're going to show some of the new trailer today, and I just think, Dante, it's pretty incredible. Like, we probably wouldn't have filmed any of those people if not for you initially sharing your story. So I'm hugely grateful to you always. As you know, you're always very humble, but huge thank you for everything you're doing and sharing your story, because not only is it inspiring me, it's inspired so many other people. I can't tell you how many times I've heard people say, I learned about this because Dante Ferrigno. Then I watched some Dr. Barry videos, and then I started. But you were the point, the introduction for so many people. So I really appreciate you.
Well, it's an honor to be a part of something that's helped people find what I've been able to find, and that's, a second youth, basically. And some people finding that they don't have to lose their first youth also, people that are learning about this. And that's been the blessing in all this for me, because I had just hoped that maybe I'd reach a few people that I knew at the time, that I knew a low carbohydrate diet was a good idea. I just had never done an all meat thing. And I thought, well, let's track the progress and share it and see if anybody gets any benefit from it. I had no idea that it was going to turn into what it did. And then when you came along and just took the ball and started running it with the documentary, it's fantastic to see what's been able to happen and how many people have had their lives changed by getting healthy for the first times, and in many cases a long time, in some cases ever.
Right.
For the first time ever.
Does it ever surprise you? Like, you've been doing this for a long time now, personally, eating a carnivore diet, lion diet. Does it ever surprise you? Like, you've had so much healing, and now you look back and you're like, I just ate meat, like healed all these things. Is it ever like, whoa, this is kind of crazy?
Yeah, it still amazes me. I mean, because we've been so programmed for so long to think that this is the opposite of the way to go. And it's like you feel like you're constantly living in opposition to the world. Although more and more people are starting to say, oh, well, yeah, I've heard about carnivore. But like just yesterday, I mentioned it to somebody and they said, I've never heard of that. And I thought, how is it possible that people are going around and haven't heard about this yet, with so much news coming out about it, and with that other documentary that came out, and with RFK Jr. mentioning it on the public stage? It's just amazing to me that there's still people that are just not even aware.
Oh.
And that's what pushes me to want to keep making videos. Even though I haven't made as many lately, I've just been very busy with a new job, and it's been tough, but it's okay. Life's not always easy.
Right.
That's why you got to be strong and healthy to be prepared for it. And
Exactly.
I'm doing things today that I couldn't have done 5 years ago. I remember getting up to go outside and walk around the building for 30 minutes back when I was the administrator at a retirement home. And I felt like I was exhausted when I was done. I was sweating profusely, and I was ready to take a rest for a while. And now I'm outside 8 hours a day, lifting heavy things, driving a forklift, and doing some stuff that's, stuff I thought I was, this was something in my past, but at the same time, there's just something so nice about being able to do hard work and get it done. It's just something that I couldn't do before. Right. I just don't have the energy or the strength.
Yeah,
I'm with that. Not, Dante, I'll butt in for just a second. Sorry, Carrie.
Sure.
You know, I want to publicly thank you for, sharing your story. My health would have never changed if it wasn't for watching your video and seeing your transformation. And ultimately, Dr. Barry helped to, you know, drive that nail in. And but you set things in motion for me and inspired me, and I just couldn't believe the transformation that you had. And I just, want to say thank you again for sharing this, because that would have never led me to this project. I think Kerry's the same. He was inspired by what you did. So this whole thing is you're the nexus, it seems.
Well, you're welcome. Don't give me too much credit. All I did was share something somebody else told me.
You did it in a very passionate way, though, that convinced me and a lot of people. I think that's kind of what prompted the documentary, because I'm like, Dante's story was so powerful that it's one of the only things that probably would have changed me. It made me realize like how powerful these stories in general are and how important they are. And that was one of the things I've learned doing this and filming people. It's like there's a yearning. They want their story to be told. They want other people to find the healing that they have found too. That's been one of the many things we've learned that didn't anticipate learning, is just how much people want their stories to be out there for. They just want other people to have the healing that they've found as well. It's kind of a beautiful thing.
Yeah. Now we've got, it seems like hundreds of people sharing their stories on channels and things, and letting people know that it's not just a rare few. It's not just the anecdotal evidence. There's enough now to basically have a study. It's whatever you want to do with all the scientific things, and make sure you check all the boxes and test your theories. That's the thing. The reason why I say it like that, though, is it seems like so much science is just done for, this is what we want the result to be, now make this the result. And
right.
It's like I have no faith in any of those things anymore. So it's like, even if somebody does a study, I have a watchful eye.
Yeah.
All I know is the experience has told me everything.
Yep. Well, and what you said earlier, the fact that people still don't know about this, it's kind of crazy. And I keep saying this film, and this should be front page news. It should be front page news, and so much of it should be. We were talking with Dr. Chafee yesterday. He's doing a study with people with MS who are reversing MS on carnivore, and literally their lesions on their MRI are going away, and then they have before and after. And I'm like, how? And he's got a whole study of people he's doing this with. How is that not front page news? Some of this other healing too. It's just it's crazy to me that more people don't know about it. But hopefully we'll get the word out with the documentary and these stories, and that's the goal.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's what we've kept on doing.
We got some good comments. Dante, you're amazing. I watched your videos over and over when I started. Lori said, Dante and Kerry got me and my daughter started on carnivore. She's healed POS, and I am healing autoimmune issues. Wow. Amazing.
That's awesome.
Love to hear that, Lori. Andy said that would be honest science. There are so many testimonies of healing. That is the truth. That is the truth. So, Dante, maybe if it's all right, we'll kind of kick things off here and show our earlier trailer. I see a lot of new names and faces in the chat that maybe haven't seen it yet. Give you guys an idea of what we're working on. Adam and I have been traveling all around the world. We filmed 60 interviews all over the planet, all over Canada, all over Australia. We filmed in the UK, all over the US, and we're done filming. The last interview was Dr. Sean Baker. Yeah, we're on the home stretch. It's been a long time. People are excited. People are getting impatient. I get it. It'll be worth the wait. We're doing the best we can. But we're in post-production now, and we're editing, and we're hoping to finish things up and have it ready early next year to release. And then we're excited about doing the series afterwards, where we'll have an episode for hopefully every major health issue. But to give some of you that haven't seen this yet, I'm always surprised. I just did a live stream like 2 weeks ago, and there was a bunch of familiar names in the live stream, and I showed the earlier trailer I'm about to show, and like half the people are like, I never saw that before. there's always a lot of new people in the carnivore space. So maybe to kick things off here, we'll show you, this was our trailer number 1. Give you guys a little bit better idea what we're working on. Here we go.
You know, I've been a doctor for nearly 30 years now.
We've all been misled for so long.
They gave me pills for anxiety. They gave me pills for depression.
Our bodies are so deficient and so malnourished that of course you're going to get diseases. Of course you're going to get sick.
I believe that I may have caused my cancer.
It is no way to live. It's a nightmare.
I was just so hopeless for so many years. It just kills me to know that the answer was out there the whole time.
You know, just because you put something in your mouth and chew it doesn't make it food. Food is species specific.
We can sit back and we can say the bloody doctors, it's not their fault. They were trained and they're doing what they were trained to do.
The thing that really pisses me off is that the people that we should have been able to trust, the literal organizations that we look up to protect us, are the people who have done the majority of the misleading.
I'm 82 years old, which is just a chronological number. So you put the right fuel in the engine and the engine works.
I've now transitioned from a disease manager to a disease healer. I've transitioned from a drug dealer to a healer.
3 weeks ago, I didn't know this man, Bill, from Alaska. Bill is 700 pounds and he's been stuck in his house for 4 years. You nervous?
I'm nervous, scary. You know, I live in Alaska, the most incredible place on the planet. I had to have a toilet put, a few feet from my bed, which I can barely walk to as is. I have not been outside in over 4 years. This is life or death for me. I'm sorry, Karen. I'm sorry about that.
Here.
Man,
Thanks, dude. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Now, for the first time in a long, long time, I'm looking towards the future, which I've not had in such a long, long time. And it's just the most incredible feeling.
There we go. Yeah, so one of the reasons we had to do another trailer, Dante, was because we couldn't keep up with Bill. He was down 200 in that one. He's approaching being down 350 pounds, which was half his starting weight of 700, which is just crazy.
Yeah, his story is definitely inspiring, and that was all you, man.
Yeah, well, I'm so happy it all worked out. It's really inconceivable how everything worked out that way, that we went and filmed him and that he actually did carnivore and he stuck to it and he did all the hard work and put in all the effort and found incredible healing and was so good on camera and started a YouTube channel. It's like, what are the odds of all of that working out? He's just got an incredible YouTube channel now too, and he's inspiring so many people. But yeah, he's in a little bit of the new trailer we're going to show in just a little bit. But the real purpose of the new trailer was to kind of show the whole scope and scale of the documentary, filming so many people over the course of the last 2 years. We're going to have another trailer right before the film is done. That's going to be more of a traditional trailer, but Bill's real story is going to be in the documentary. People are going to have to watch the documentary for that. Basically, in the beginning, you're going to see we're meeting Bill day one, and then it's going to cut away, and near the end of the documentary, it'll be 1 year later. Let's check in with Bill and see how he's doing a year later. So I'm excited for people to see that. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Well, let's jump into it. You got that one ready to go?
Yeah, should we do it? All right. Here's the second trailer. And yeah, just quick disclosure, like I said, this is a little bit different than your typical trailer you would see before you go to watch a movie. That one's going to be the last trailer we do. It's going to be more accessible. It's going to be tricky, Dante, doing that one because you say the word carnivore, you scared the general public away that isn't familiar with carnivore.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like walking a tightrope with that one. That one's going to be more accessible, and it's also, people may not know who Dr. Barry is or Dr. Chafee is. It's watching that trailer. So that one's going to be a little bit different, but this one was to show the scope and scale. So here we go with trailer number 2, our newest trailer.
When I walk into a grocery store and see thousands of items on the shelf, that does not register in my brain as food. And of course it's not. This has never been food to any human being for the entirety of human history.
We've been soaking up the wrong information for so long.
Everything I thought I knew about nutrition turned out to be wrong. And it doesn't take that long to figure it out if you look at the actual science.
Your body, even though you feel like it betrayed you years ago, you actually betrayed it.
I was following the rules and getting sicker for it.
I was hopeless. I was really hopeless, and I thought, yeah, this is the way it's gonna be.
I don't think I would have made it. I honestly don't. I mean, I was 69 pounds, almost hooked up to a feeding tube.
I probably had 30 days left until I was dead.
My thought was, I'm gonna die, and I'm not gonna have a chance to tell everybody that I love them one last time.
That's just more pills and more pills and more pills and more sickness and more disease.
I look at people now on the street and I see them not doing well, and I just wonder what the food that they're eating is doing to them.
We're learning from our past way of eating that somehow we're damaged and diseased.
I want to live in a world where every doctor is not managing disease, but trying to get to the root cause of why people are sick in the first place.
That's what being a doctor's all about, isn't it? Being able to take somebody who's got no hope and give them hope. And it's a real hope. It's a true hope. It's not a false hope. I'm not interested in any other profession.
There you go, right in my face. Perfect. I just remember being so excited about being alive again.
Changing my diet absolutely saved my life.
Plain and simple, I would not be here today.
I have my life back.
It was like with a new lens, new eyes, was using them for the first time.
Even though I'm 5.5 years in, I still wake up feeling impressed.
I felt the best I ever felt in my life.
I never thought I'd have a life. I really thought my life was over. And if I hadn't have found this lifestyle, that I would not be sitting here with you today. No way.
I'm 82 years old, which is just a chronological number.
Pull yourself up, you swing your leg over, and you're over.
It's not healthcare, it's sick care. We don't need doctors if we're eating properly. We don't need medication.
And that's powerful.
Yeah.
That's going to grab some attention because there's so many different people, so many different varieties. You got doctors, you got regular folks, you got people saying the things that people are feeling right now when they go to their doctors. Like, I keep going to my doctors and all I get is sent to more doctors and no answers and things like that. And that's going to resonate.
Yeah. Oh, I appreciate the nice feedback. Yeah. And, one of the interesting things with this, Dante, was we have 9 doctors and experts in it. And we got to have some of the science and the experts, but
sure,
their individual stories was almost more interesting to me. I'm almost excited when we do the series afterwards to just have an episode on each person and maybe not even say that they're a doctor till the end. Like Dr. Kiltz, for example, he's got a pretty incredible story of his own. All of the doctors do. Dr. Chafee, Dr. Barry's got a really incredible personal story. Of course, we got to have the doctors in there to support everything, but in many cases, their personal story was almost more interesting than having them in there as an expert in the first place.
Well, I can imagine, because just coming from that background and having to go against the system that they were trained that this is what you do. You follow this. When they get into medical school, it's not like they get to question or make second judgments. They do exactly what they're told to do, and they've been told to prescribe medicine.
Yeah.
And that's what they're trained on. I was excited to see that something that RFK Jr. is doing is to push for nutritional training to be increased greatly in the medical schools. That would at least start to open their eyes to something that's the truth about medicine. I don't know that it's going to fix the problem, but it's a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
Because it's really upsetting when you feel like you've been told how important healthcare is and how important we need to support healthcare, and we need to be able to afford healthcare. But the problem is healthcare is not healthcare most of the time. Somebody needs a surgery or they get in an accident. Thank God for those doctors that are there to put somebody back together or to fix something that broke. But if we can't get to the root cause of the problem, then we're just treating symptoms, and it's become a behemoth because of that.
Absolutely. Yeah, I was excited to see that as well. I know we've talked about it before, but it's crazy. You take your animal to the vet and they ask what it's eating, but human goes to the doctor and they don't ask it yet. It's should be common sense. That's why I'm excited about the doctors we have in the documentary, because they're few and far between that are actually treating the root cause and doing things differently and having incredible results. It's worth hopefully getting other doctors curious. Like, what is this Dr. Hampton de-prescribing people left and right medication in his practice on a weekly basis, getting people off their medication? That should be something that's celebrated. Sometimes we were talking about this on the other call, and sometimes people are like, well, the doctors were just trained to do medication. That's not their fault. And I'm like, I don't give them that pass. I'm like, you're a doctor. You signed up to help people heal. And I'm an idiot who homesteads, and I was able to stumble around in the dark and find Dante's video and figure this out for myself. If you're dedicating your life to healing people, you should be able to figure some of this stuff out. Fixing your metabolic health, treating the root cause. It's not that complicated, especially if you're dedicating your entire life to do something like that. And clearly we're seeing like people aren't getting healthier. People are getting sick of being sick, and people are getting sicker and sicker. They should be able to figure it out for sure. It is nice to see some of those things happening, step in the right direction. If nothing else, at least just to spread awareness about it.
Yeah, well, I understand what you mean about not wanting to give them a pass, because it's an integrity issue as far as I'm concerned. And it's a tough one to get around when you come into the politics and medicine when you first get there, because you have to fit in a field, and it's like there's senior doctors that you have to work with and people that you have to be able to get along with. And they kind of force you into a position to where you don't say what you really mean. And that becomes a problem within any system. But it's just like our government. It's the same way when new people get into office who have all these big plans if they're going to do good things when they get there, but then they find out that there's a system in place, there's a pecking order, and there's politics that are behind the politics, and it makes it hard for them to do that. But then you got people like Dr. Barry that said, you know what, I don't care. The truth is the truth, and I'm seeing the truth, and I'm going to follow the truth wherever it leads. And then you got folks like Dr. Hampton and so many other doctors who are doing the same thing, and I applaud them for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, we got some good comments. Lori said, wow, exciting. Now she's quoting Dante here. I was following the rules and getting sicker for it.
Yep. Yep. That's exactly what was happening. Listening to all the stuff about do the green superfoods and stuff like that or whatever. I mean, just every time I see commercials for weight loss or pills or diet stuff or anything else, it's just, I think, what a waste. So many people are wasting money on stuff then they could just eat natural food and be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I almost look at it like our existence here on Earth. It's almost like a giant test. Like can you avoid, these people that are trying to deceive you? How do you cut through that? And hopefully, well, I know your channel obviously brings the truth. It brings the heat, and that's part of what we're trying to do with this documentary as well, is cut through all that lies and marketing that's really has people trapped.
Yeah. Well, I think it's going to do a good job of that.
Well, we really appreciate you, Dante, and sharing your story and sharing your voice in it. What are you going to be at any of the upcoming meetups or conferences?
Yeah, we're supposed to be down in Tampa in November on the 14th for
right.
Hack Your Health.
Yeah, we're gonna be hanging out then. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
So
and
Bill
then
Knott is
Meatstock next year.
Meatstock?
Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. We'll see you there. Yeah, I've mentioned this before, but the plan is Bill's planning to go into to Hack Your Health. So that'll be pretty cool. You can see we're gonna have several people that were actually in the documentary, Dante and Bill there, and several of the good doctors. So that's gonna be an exciting event for sure. Awesome. Well, Dante, we really appreciate you sharing your story and having us on. And if anyone watched the trailer and you enjoyed it, we always get the question, how can I help? The best way to help is share it. You can share it at healinghumanity.movie. It's linked to right there. And if you want to get our shirts or anything like that, every penny goes towards the documentary or the series we're hoping to work on afterwards. So thank you so much, Dante. Really appreciate you.
Yeah, and all of that information is linked in the description of my video too. So that way you can see it here or there. And I'll also go in and put links for those visits we got coming up with Hack Your Health and Meatstock too. So if you're interested in joining us there, I think all three of us will be at both events, right?
Yep, 100%.
We'd love to see you there.
Absolutely. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Dante. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, everyone, for all your nice comments. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good day, everyone.